Hey guys, very good morning and welcome to today's live analysis. Today is the 13th of April 2023. The current time is 9:03 a.m. IST. And let me just quickly start first from the higher time frame perspective in terms of what is happening. So overall, we are still developing in this particular range. That's what I'm seeing. This is one balance, where the price is going higher, and moreover, the shorts are the ones who are currently the ones who are buying um, uh, in the last couple of days. And if I just go through the market profile chart, inventory, looking at inventory and it's long to too long. So we still have this gap which is not yet filled. That's an anomaly on the bigger side, but 1 2 3 4, then we had a sort of an adjustment, 5 and 6. So out of 7 days, 6 days continuously we are just rising. And if I just zoom out, we have reached the top of the 4-day balance, and some supply did came in, and we also have got poor highs here. So there are poor highs here, so that's where again some supply will be seen. But overall, auction is bullish, and other thing which I'm looking at is yesterday's range was less compared to previous day. So the auction which happened yesterday, and if you look a day before yesterday, this was a bigger range. We have a smaller range. We have a sort of a balanced profile with a small excess and a bigger excess, a previous day. But yeah, those are the things which I'm looking at. And we also have got a small access to the top, small access to the bottom, and so just zoom in. But yeah, this is that access, which I'm talking of. So no major change in terms of buyers. Yes, buyers are there, but if I look at the overall delta numbers, right? So I'll just maximize this chart. Okay. So this is the previous. So this is previous day's auction and day before the auction, right? So here a lot of supply, or basically a short covering, was seen, and the delta was around 17k. Whereas here the delta is around 4k or 5k. Yeah. So first of all, a lot of supply or shorts have exited here, and yesterday, yes, people did buy, but a lot of option premium erosion was seen, and even 2-3 point stop loss were also getting hit in the yesterday's auction. So yesterday the entire day was a combination of premium erosion, basically the theta decay, and some sellers, I would say smart sellers, would have made money. Yeah. So that's another thing which I'm looking at. And overall, from the structural perspective, weekly we are out of balance. Yearly we have reached the balance, a sort of a first balance. But weekly, monthly we are trending. Yearly we are still in the balanced range. And also from the monthly profile, we are trading in a bigger balance. Yeah. So expect some volatile moves today being an expiry. And now I'll just shift my focus to the right. This is the spot chart, and here is where I'm looking at this particular zone, because this is that balance zone which I'm looking at. And currently supply is shut off at this level, and at the higher levels are where the ones which are marked in red or pink, those are the areas where supply will be coming in. And we are opening with a small gap up. So we are opening at 41,680 or 41,700. Okay, so I'll just minimize this. And what is now my auction path? Just hold on. Okay, the drawing tool. So first auction path which I'm looking at is clear the 41,700 and see if I see some supply at 41,745, and develop lower here. So that's the first auction path. Second auction path is we look above and continuously come down. So that's the second auction path. So we do find some supply at this zone. So 41,700 and 41,745. These for me, these two are the zones, or the supply zones, which I'll be looking at. Third auction path is we have good responsive selling and see some buying activity around the 41,600 levels. Okay, so these are the three scenarios, and obviously if the price comes in this range, so we have got one range here and we have got another shorter range here. That's where I'm again expecting supply to shut off and take the auction higher. So these are the first, second, and the third the auction path which I'm looking to trade for today. And I'll just maximize this chart. So we do have a poor high. So 41,700 is where I'm expecting sell liquidity. So there will be some sell orders, or sorry, there will be some buy orders here. And once it clears this, then the next resistance comes to around 41,800. Okay. So I'll just quickly jump to the market profile chart. So here structurally 41,500 is acting as support. 600, 700, I'm seeing more call positions have been created. Yeah, so more call positions have been created, and if we just quickly look at those numbers, about out of 3.51 million has been changed in OI. Here out of 2.6645, here we have got higher change, here the lower change. So 41,700 is for me is the area of interest where I'll be looking, because there are 1, 2, and 3, and also this is also the March high. So this is the previous month high where a lot of supply or liquidity is present, and I'm looking to see, do we continue higher or do we see exhaustion at 41,700? Because from the order flow chart, if you see, we have got stacked buyers. Now with the gap up opening, this would act as the level of immediate support, but yeah, we'll see how the day plays out. Okay, so the time is 9:11. The auction will open in next 4 minutes. So we are right now gonna clear the 4-day balance. There is some liquidity here, and 41,800 is also another zone. So yeah, 41,700, 41,800 is where I'll be looking for supply to come in, and if they come, then I'll be taking a short trade. If not, then yeah, 41,800 to 42,000 can also be triggered, because again those are the zones where again liquidity is present and a lot of buy orders are present. So yeah, a good expiry day today in terms of the learning from the auction. And if I just zoom this out, yeah, so yeah, but I'll be very careful. Monthly we are out of balance. Yearly, yeah, so yearly we can, so odds are higher that we can get clear. Okay, that's fine. So I'll just bring in the chart, and this is, so I'll just mark it. This is auction path number 1. This is auction path number 2, and this is auction path number 3. Yeah, so these are the 3 auction paths, and we'll see which one plays out today. And if you are if you want to do option selling, or if you are a straddle strangle type of a player, you can sell 41,800 and 41,000. Yeah, so that is the 800 point range which I'm seeing right now, which can be a good opportunity if you would like to take a long trade. Sorry, if you just want to enjoy the premium erosion, because this is that 800 point range. I'm looking to see it getting cleared today. If not, but yeah. So the time is 9:14. Let's look at how the price opens, and is it auction path number 1, 2, or 3? Which one plays out. So I hope you're enjoying how I'm decoding the open. But yeah, feel free to share in your comments and any feedback which you have for me. Okay, so I am mildly bullish, but yeah, I'll wait. So for me, we are opening above my zones, above my levels, and we have got some stacked buyers. Okay. So I'll go sell, and yes, auction path number 2 is one which is happening, and now I'm looking to see at this particular level. Supply is shutting off. And delta is negative, so I'll just take this up. So delta is negative. Close this chart, we are seeing supply coming in at the balance, from the yearly balance. Plus we took out the monthly high, the March high, and price is just stabilizing and developing lower. So let me just hit this refresh, and we'll observe on this chart. So we have broken 41,600. Supply is shutting off above the 41,565 levels. Okay, so 41,500 is the zone which is acting as support. That's where supply shut off, and we are just developing within the previous days range. Yeah, so there were this stacked buyers. We are developing lower. So if you want to take a long trade, wait for the price to go above 41,660, and then you can take a long trade. But right now I won't be taking it. I'll be avoiding. Delta is turning positive, but I'll wait for this particular zone to be cleared out. So here clearly the zones are helping me to understand. So we saw supply shut off at 41,500 and 41,565. Yeah, so this is a good zone, a good retest for a long trade. But yeah, I'll wait, because again at 41,600 is where I'm looking for supply. So let it chop, and let's just wait for the auction to tell us where it is planning to move, or where it wants to develop. So we looked above and failed. We looked above 41,600, and we have got some buyers present at the lower end. Yeah, and this is the algo which it is telling me still developing lower. I'll mark the previous day VWAP. Yeah, so the price is developed. So now it has developed lower. So I'm looking for supply to again come in and develop lower now. And the order flow data is confirming. So the delta is still negative, but yeah, this is acting as the immediate support. And now I'm looking for price to develop lower and see, whether that happens or not. because more or less, at the lower end there are some unfinished auctions. Yeah, so it is just chopping around. It's trying to develop lower, but not a major one. The supply is still flat. But for me, this is a no trade zone. I'll be looking to see the reaction here and the reaction here. So this is a no trade zone for me, because what we are in the previous range where supply shut off, and they again tried to take the price lower, but they failed, and now it is just developing in that particular range. But the order flow data is telling me to go short. So what I can do is, if you want to take a trade, you can short with your stop loss at this level. So you can short at 615 or 619 with your stop loss at 630. Yeah. So those 15-20 point stop losses, and see how it helps, or but yeah, that's what I'm looking at, because there are unfinished auctions on the highs. 41,500 is still the level where supply is getting shut off. Plus this is a round number, so this is a weak low, because at an exact number is where supply is shutting off. Okay, so I'm just looking closely, observing what is happening. From the higher time frame, there are shorts, trapped shorts here, so they are the ones who are currently buying. So what we have found today is monthly highs and monthly lows. Those are some of the areas which you should observe the reaction, because those are higher time frame levels. And today what we see is we are seeing supply coming in at those levels, and clearly a big rejection is seen. So it dropped from 680 to about 517, so about 180 points it has already dropped. Yeah, so I consider monthly highs and monthly lows to be very important zones, because that's where liquidity is present. Yeah, so it took out the liquidity, and now the price is seeing rejection, it is developing lower. So let's see, so 921. So we are developing below previous day's close. Yeah. So we saw supply at previous day high, we saw supply at previous day close, we saw supply at previous month high. Yeah, and yeah, that's where the algo sell is also trying to tell me. So now a lot of guys will be chopped off. So 921 is the time, right? So 921, 930. So I'm waiting for supply. So what we can have a massive short covering now, but and see how the price develops. So this is where that short covering is happening. As I'm decoding. So we cleared the previous day's close, and we will be going towards the VWAP. So we are in the range of the first standard deviation. Some supply is coming in. Delta is still negative, and so I'm looking for supply. So this is that zone where I'm looking the supply to again come in, show their cards, and take the price lower. So we have got a gap here. This is gap 1. Unfinished auctions. We also got unfinished auctions here. Yeah, so I'm looking at VWAP now. So it cleared the VWAP, and now a lot of guys will be exiting. So, but next stop for me to short is 667. So I'll be taking one short here, another short here. So those are the trade locations. So the price is trying to go above, develop above. Delta has turned positive. So we are back to the previous day's high. We are back above 41,600, and again I'm looking for supply to come in. Okay, so supply is clearly coming in, even though yeah, this has turned positive, but I'm seeing rejection at this level. I'll just jump to this, to the simpler chart, and yeah, this is that zone where I'm looking for supply, and that's where the supply is coming in. So let's see how quickly, you know, does it breaks, or you know, does it develop lower. Okay, so yeah, continue observing this, build your levels, and you know, trade as per your risk appetite. So I'll just delete this level, and yeah, so I'm just looking at, so these are the gaps which can be filled, but yeah. So thank you once again, and I'll see you next week, I mean coming Monday. So take care, bye for now. Yeah, thank you.